Right now, whether you realize it or not, the direction of your life is being shaped by something powerful. Not your luck, not your background, not the people around you, your mindset. Because two people can face the exact same situation and walk away with completely different outcomes. One person experiences failure and decides it means they are not capable. The other person experiences the same failure and decides it is simply part of learning. Years later, their lives look completely different. And the only real difference between them was the way they chose to think. Your mindset quietly influences every decision you make. It determines whether you try or hesitate, whether you learn from mistakes or hide from them, whether you move forward or stay exactly where you are. If your mindset stays weak, life becomes a cycle of doubt, hesitation, and overthinking. You will keep waiting for the perfect moment. You will keep comparing yourself to others. And slowly, you will start watching other people build the life you once imagined for yourself. But the moment your mindset changes, everything begins to shift. Your confidence becomes stronger, your decisions become clearer, your actions become more consistent, and over time, your future starts moving in a completely different direction. So today, I want to share 4 powerful principles that can help reshape the way you think and approach your life. These principles are simple, but when you truly apply them, they can completely change how you handle challenges, opportunities, and growth. Principle 1. Learn from loss instead of fearing it. Most people allow failure to damage their confidence. Something goes wrong, and they immediately start questioning themselves. They think maybe they are not talented enough. Maybe they started too late. Maybe success is meant for someone else. But failure is not a signal to stop. Failure is information. Every mistake reveals something valuable. It shows you what did not work. It highlights areas where you can improve. And it gives you experience that cannot be learned from comfort. When people become emotionally attached to their losses, they treat failure like a personal attack. But when you detach from it and observe it objectively, it becomes one of the most powerful teachers you will ever have. Look at any successful individual, athletes, entrepreneurs, creators. Their journeys are full of failed attempts, ideas that did not work, projects that collapsed, plans that needed to be rebuilt from scratch. What separated them from everyone else was not perfection. It was persistence. They allowed each failure to refine their approach instead of destroying their confidence. When you begin to see failure as feedback rather than defeat, something powerful happens. You stop fearing mistakes. And when fear disappears, progress accelerates. Principle 2. Stop letting fear of judgment control your actions. One of the biggest invisible barriers in life is the fear of being judged. Many people never attempt the things they dream about because they worry about how others might react. They imagine criticism. They imagine embarrassment. They imagine someone laughing at their effort, and that fear quietly keeps them from starting. But here is something important to remember. The people whose opinions you fear most are usually busy dealing with their own challenges. They are not analyzing your life the way you imagine. Most people are too focused on their own problems to spend much time thinking about yours. Your life decisions should not be guided by the opinions of people who are not responsible for your future. At the end of the day, you are the one who lives with the consequences of your choices, not them. When you stop allowing fear of judgment to control your actions, a new level of freedom appears. You begin taking risks. You begin trying new ideas. You begin stepping outside the comfort zone that once held you back. And that is where real growth begins. Principle 3. Accept responsibility for your direction. It is easy to blame circumstances. It is easy to say that your environment made things difficult, or that your past limited your opportunities, or that other people held you back. But blame comes with a hidden cost. Every time you blame something outside of yourself, you give away your power to change your situation. Responsibility does the opposite. Responsibility returns control to you. Even if your starting point was not ideal, your future decisions still belong to you. You decide what habits you build. You decide what skills you learn. You decide how much effort you invest into improving your life. Your environment can influence you, but it does not determine your final destination. History is full of people who started with disadvantages and still managed to build meaningful success. Not because their situation was perfect, but because they decided to take ownership of their progress. Once you stop waiting for external circumstances to improve and start improving yourself instead, momentum begins to build. And momentum is powerful. Principle 4. Replace perfection with action. Many people delay progress because they believe they need perfect conditions before they begin. They want the perfect plan, the perfect strategy, the perfect timing. But perfection is rarely real. In many cases, perfectionism is simply hesitation wearing a different name. It convinces you that waiting is productive. But while you wait, someone else is already learning through action. Someone else is gaining experience. Someone else is improving faster because they chose to start before they felt completely ready. Action creates confidence. Action creates clarity. Action creates momentum. The more you move forward, the more information you gather. And that information allows you to improve your approach. If you wait for perfect conditions, you may wait forever. But if you start with what you have today, progress begins immediately. In the end, no one can change your mindset for you. Advice can guide you. Books can inspire you. Videos can introduce new ideas. But the decision to apply those ideas always belongs to you. You can finish this video and return to the same routine that has been holding you back. Or you can pause for a moment and make a simple but powerful decision. A decision that the next chapter of your life will be guided by stronger thinking, by responsibility, by consistent action. Because the future version of you is not created by luck. It is created by the choices you make today. And every decision you make right now quietly shapes the life you will eventually live. The question is simple. What kind of mindset will guide your next step?